Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Hot Flash Happy Hour. This is Tosha Owens, your host, and we come to you live every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we want to say thank you for watching and supporting. I think going on 3 years I've had the show. And you can watch us live, those who are out there just tuning in, and tell some friends on WJZZ TV, the coolest in the world. And you can find us live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. And I think there's some more out there too. So wherever you do your streaming live, look for us at WJZZ Cool TV. We want you to like, comment, share, and all that good stuff. Let somebody else know about it. Subscribe, and then you can catch us every week. All right. Hot Flash Happy Hour. I'm out of breath because I had to run from one room to another. But what a good show we're going to have today, you guys. It's going to be really great and informative. And oh my God, I'm so stoked about this week's show. So some magnificent ladies in Honor Black History Month too, just to celebrate one of our queens of all queens, Miss Aretha Franklin. And so in the studio I'm like stuttering because right now I am on a high. It's like my spirit's totally full right now. We got Miss Beverly in the studio with us, who was Miss Aretha Franklin's friend for many years, best friend for the longest time, I want to say
40 years.
40 years. Oh my God. How many of us can say that? And also joining us too via satellite is Miss Linda Solomon. She lived next door. She wrote a book. I have the book here in the studio. I'm going to show that to you. So there's a lot we have to talk about. And that's why my brain is like, where do I go first? Because it's all just a beautiful story. So I do want to say thank you to everyone who came to the last Satin Doll review at Aretha's Jazz Cafe and saw me in my blonde wig. I was at a James that night. And what a great time that was. It was a great sold out crowd. I can't wait to do it again. And we'll be looking forward to doing that again on February 27th at the Tangent Gallery in Detroit. So yeah, you'll see the Satin Doll review. Myself doing Etta James. You'll see Sky Covington doing Billie Holiday. You'll see Kimmy Horn doing Sarah Vaughan. And you'll see Nina Simone doing Dinah Washington and more. And Thornetta Davis, come on now, doing Bessie Smith. So you can't miss that show. If you haven't seen one yet, you have to get tickets to it. And then you want to see all of them. So thank you for that. So again, I want to say thank you and welcome Miss Beverly to the show. Miss Linda, can you say hi? We want to make sure we hear you. Can we hear you, Miss Linda? Oh, we got everything going. We can't hear Miss Linda. Well, I think the audience can hear you right now until we can figure this out. But absolutely, we want to say hey to everybody. Miss Beverly, I want to welcome you to the show and thank you for my beautiful gift. This is, oh my God. This is a 2003 tour. This is wonderful. We want to say that Miss Aretha Franklin and everything and everyone involved. I want to know, how did this friendship start? And what clicked? What decided that you guys were going to be just the best of friends? Everybody wants to know that secret.
I was working at the church as Sunday school teacher, and her sons, Eddie and Clarence, were in my class. And somehow Eddie thought I was younger than I was because I was always small. So he started to like me. And then that kept going. And then his brother Clarence and I became really good friends. And then they moved to New York to go to military school. And I didn't see them. So I was going to New York, and they invited me to come to their brownstone in New York to meet their mom. And the rest is history. She and I just clicked. Like, it was just unbelievable how we clicked. I never thought I'd be friends with Aretha Franklin in
Isn't
my
that crazy?
I was from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I had never met a celebrity ever. And for me to meet the Queen of Soul, she wants me to be her friend, it was unbelievable. And then they moved to California, and She asked me to be a bridesmaid in her wedding.
Oh, how
And that was before
beautiful.
she moved back to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And we were state friends. We did a lot of things in California together. We took ballet classes together. The day that Elvis died, we were in ballet class together.
Uh,
And Glenn came and told her what had happened. And that's how we found out that.
mm-hmm.
But we've just been friends for just girl stuff. We do girl stuff.
Real
And
girl stuff.
yeah. And then she moved back to Detroit, and I moved back to Detroit. And it just never stopped. We just kept our friendship.
How beautiful is that?
Mhm.
And just doing those plain things, you know. Did you have any kind of whirlwind kind of experiences, or just being around her, or you know, just what are your wow moments? Maybe
The White House was one.
Oh my God! Seriously,
was-
you were at the White House.
that
Tell me
was
about that.
one.
What led up to that?
That was the first time was with Clinton,
Mm-hmm.
Bill Clinton, and it was like she goes, "Girl, we got invited to the White House." I go, "What?" She go, we're going," and so that was an experience. You know, it was something totally different. We went to the inauguration, and then we went. After it was over, we went to the White House. And then the Kennedy Center was a major thing. You know, I met a lot of stars there.
Wow.
The Kennedy Center, everything was so opulent in that place.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a major thing. And then we did the boat. Linda was a part of that. The boat, the Sequoia that was brought. She had gave a party on the Sequoia,
right.
The boat, the presidential boat,
mm-hmm.
and we got these beautiful invitations that was sealed with the presidential seal on it. It was really nice,
My.
and we had a wonderful time. Linda did some fabulous pictures. There.
Oh wow! Oh my God! And what an experience I'm sure that was. So even just like like when you met other celebrities, what have you? What was your like? Did you keep your composure? Were you cool, or were you like
there was nobody to top Aretha.
Oh,
so
right.
I was with the one.
Right.
So it didn't matter.
So you just had to follow it.
Even
like,
Denzel.
Did it give you like your own confidence?
Yes,
just be
exactly.
it. Oh my God.
You know, when we met Denzel, it was like, Denzel want to meet Aretha. You know,
oh
so
man.
I'll take care of you in a minute, Denzel. You know, that kind of thing. So it was wonderful.
Oh, how amazing.
And she gave me so much leeway. Now, I'm not saying that there wasn't a lot of cat fights between two of us.
Oh, right.
But, you know, we got over it, and it was just a nice relationship. We sat across on the bus traveling all over the country.
Right.
You know, she was in front of me, you know, the whole time for 3,000 miles, California. There were times when we argued, we cried, we laughed, and prayed. It was just so many things that we got to do together
that's wonderful.
I'll cherish forever.
That is wonderful. Wow. I mean, just to hear the insight and you know,
her friends treated me so nice.
Oh, how nice is that?
And her family was very nice to me.
Oh, very, very nice. We like to hear that. Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to see what's happening over there. But my gosh, thank you guys for tuning in and that again to the Hot Flash Happy Hour right here on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world, where you can find us on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, live streaming every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. I am the host, Tosha Owens. And again, I'm thanking my wonderful guest, Miss Beverly. I just call her Miss Beverly unless she wants to put her last name out there. Sometimes when you're associated with a celebrity, you kind of don't want people stalking you, but I'll let you do that. Yeah, they know Miss Beverly.
They know me.
Everybody know Miss Beverly. Aretha Franklin's BFF for the last 40 years. And just how amazing stories. And I'm sure we've got even more stories. Have you gone into the studio with her? You know, experienced her. What was that like? Her creating. This is. I'm a vocalist, so I'm like really, really wanting to know just how did that?
So professional, and so I know what I want. I know how this is gonna go.
Right.
I don't need. You know, she would listen to other people, but when she came in the studio, she already knew what she was gonna do, how she was gonna do it, and how long it was going to take her to do it. You know?
Right now.
So it was wonderful. And I did a lot of videos, almost all of her videos with her, you know, Jumping Jack Flash with Whoopi Goldberg and Margaret, one of the black background girls. And also pink Cadillac I did with Brenda, her cousin.
Oh.
And I wore something that was cut out and it was just a little too risque for what we were doing. So they put her dress on me and pinned it up in the back with clothespins so that I could do that video. It's a black and white dress, and you've seen her in pictures with that dress on.
And then it was on you.
Yeah, and then I'm singing so loud, and she says, Beverly, this, you don't have to sing. They're going to play the record. You don't have to sing. Oh, I wanted to sing so bad. I've always wanted to sing, and I can't sing.
Oh my gosh! Now I don't believe that. Come on now.
But
you hanging out with the Queen for 40 years. You didn't gather a couple of 2-3 notes.
No,
I don't believe that.
Sometimes on the bus I would yell out, and she'd go, Beverly. All right, Miss Beverly. She called me Miss Beverly. That was how she always addressed me, Miss Beverly. That's enough.
Oh my! Hey, Linda. Do we have Linda here?
Hi.
Hi, Linda. Yay.
Hi, Linda.
Linda Solomon, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now. We got her in here. I'm so happy. And Linda, again, we talked about this I'm going to need you to autograph that for me. So yes, we have what a great day. This is a day celebrating Aretha and the people around her. So this kind of means even extra special, especially to a musician, entertainer myself, man. You guys have no idea why I'm having hot flashes right now. I'm like being surrounded by the spirit of greatness, and I just can't handle it. But Linda, Linda Solomon, a wonderful photographer, world-renowned photographer, who not only uses her skills to bring to light what beautiful people that we admire, but she uses it for charity also. And we want to get into that too, some of that as well. And then I want to talk about you guys and your shenanigans together, because that would just be so, so appropriate. I'd love to hear some excursions that you guys have been on and experiences that just said, wow. So I know I said a lot, and I'll let you tag in. And start with, how did this come to be? How, I know the lady next door, but how did you and Aretha meet? Let's start there. Why don't we do that?
Thank you. The title is based on Aretha's quote, "When I'm not on stage, I'm the lady next door." So that's why I titled the book The Queen Next Door. And I met Aretha and I met Miss Beverly at the same time. And in fact, it was my second experience photographing Aretha where I met Beverly, and I just loved her. Beverly is just the sweetest, and of course being able to Aretha Franklin, I was blessed. I was so fortunate that career path would cross at the time when she was coming back to Detroit in the early 80s, and we met, and she invited me to come birthday parties, her Christmas parties, and her in-studio recordings, which you would have gone just wild to be able to see her. And
my God, yes.
I was there when she did record Jumping Jack Flash, and Beverly, of course, was there too. I was just there to document it, but it was so exciting to be that close to Aretha. But as Beverly can tell you, she treated us like a girlfriend. So, we weren't intimidated because she made us feel as girlfriends. And she would call and we would gossip and talk about all sorts of things. And it was wonderful for me to be able to document some of the most special times in her career. And as a lifelong Detroiter, she was just always my favorite. I miss her so much.
Oh, absolutely. We all feel that.
But we share our love in doing shows like this. And when I get together with Beverly, we just have wonderful stories. We reminisce. So she's always with us.
Yeah,
absolutely. Oh, what a wonderful, oh my goodness. I'm like overwhelmed here right now. So take me through your intimate portrait of Aretha Franklin in the Queen Next Door book that I still have, that needs to be signed. Look at that. It's still no dust, anything. I've been keeping it very safe in my Aretha bag that it came in.
So I would love to thank you. I'm honored to be here, especially because we always need to honor the Queen of all through the year, and month. She is iconic, and we always want to share our stories about her with others so that young people will learn more about her, because she is just so special, and there never will be another Aretha Franklin.
Right. She's the foundation of breaking the chains, the foundation of you can do anything. And so she definitely will live on in anyone in the industry, including myself. What a huge influence on saying, and once you find your voice, just do it. Man, I get my cojones from, just watching her accomplishments and knowing that it can happen. So I love that. It allows me to be free on stage, and just explore who I am and just let people enjoy it.
Yes, always inspire you to be who you should be, because she's able to inspire us so many ways. And she was so devoted, to our city, which we are so grateful for, that she continued to live here all through those wonderful decades. And she brought so many famous people here, as Beverly described, because she did her recordings, her videos here in Detroit. So we were so blessed that she gave us the opportunity to see her and to meet her up close and personal. And I was once shopping at Kroger, and there was Aretha in the produce aisle, and I was surprised. And then when I was at the cashier, I said, "Do you know Aretha Franklin is in produce?" And the cashier looked at me. She said, "She's always here." She was able to live an authentic life in her hometown, and nothing meant more to her than to be with her family and her dear friends like Beverly.
That's so beautiful to know, and this is how we think of her, but to just have it validated, it's just priceless.
It is,
isn't it? It's wow, I'm getting goosebumps over here. I'm like, yay, it's like I'm living amongst, a legend and just experience it from the inside. And that's, man, you guys just are watching, you're getting a real treat. You're getting a real treat. So, just those experiences, and oh my gosh, wait a minute. I'm always looking at names. So it's Afterward by Sabrina Von Owens. I wonder if she's related to me. We always try to find ourselves. I'm an Owens too.
She's by marriage. That's Irma's.
But it's always good to see it. Oh, this is so awesome. And I also want to point out too your accomplishments with doing, and I'm pulling up on my email regarding the children's series that you do, giving back with photos. Yeah, yes, and it's to the kids. And now I want you to show it. Tell me what it's all about, and then how the kids are interactive in that.
Well, thank you very much. I work with children that live in homeless shelters throughout the country, and we work with them in a way where they feel that their dreams are important to us, because I provide them with cameras, and I ask the kids to capture their hopes and dreams for a better life. And the children have been able to share the most poignant dreams where they're just dead, or for their mothers. And with those photographs, we've been able to create so much awareness and funding for children living in shelters today in our country. And I've been able to visit 52 cities. In fact, I'm going off next to work with California, and then I'll be going to New Mexico, and I've worked with children in Detroit, and I've just met the most wonderful kids that deserve a chance in life by no fault of their own. They are homeless.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. We're so on the same wavelength. And I'm going to try and play this song. And speaking about the homeless, it's a song that I actually did. And I can find it. Yes. All right, it was a song I had written, just it happened like I'm driving down the street. Of course, the streets of Detroit's cold. And I found, there we go. And looking at people in that, and I always give when I can give and everything. But at that moment, every now and then it hits you. You see it all the time. The thing is, every now and then it hits you. So this particular moment, it hit me really hard. And the whole time home, I'm just crying. And then I ended up writing this song called "Cold in Detroit." February night, And it's like, you know, you don't know.
Heading for
You even
home,
say, hey, I could have been there myself.
away
You know,
from the
that's
city
stuff
line.
like that. So just, you know, give a hand and give a care.
See a man
Give a
with a
care.
sign
And I'm doing
outside my
homeless
window.
meals on every Saturday for the
We'll
month
work
of
for
February.
I'm
Oh, wow. We're
hungry,
going to put
with
that out
nowhere
there.
to go.
So there you guys go. I'm just going to take you up to the...
To my bones, knowing all the while.
I'm a blues person, so of course I filmed it by the Apex Bar. John Lee Hooker got his name. That was so awesome. It's a great video. It's a great song. It's called Holy Detroit Tonight. And it keeps us in here. It brings awareness. You know, it's okay to feel it. You don't know how people got there. A lot of it's not my choice. Not my choice.
In Detroit tonight.
So, oh my God, yeah, I wanted to. I just love it, like when you come on the same page, you know, when your feelings are there and your heart's there. So, absolutely. So, so where can we? Now, do you have a place where this takes place with the children? Is there some place people can contact to become a part of it or supporter?
Oh, sure. You know, Pictures of Hope is a 501c3.
Oh, I lost Linda.
Oh, you did?
Okay, here we go. I hear you now. We're good.
Well, Pictures of Hope is a 501c3 nonprofit foundation, and people can go to my website, which is Linda Solomon Photography, and learn more about it. And 100% of the proceeds of Pictures of Hope go right back to the children we help. So thank you for mentioning it. It means everything to me.
Absolutely.
And I really appreciate the awareness that you're creating, and your song was beautiful.
Thank you.
So through music and through art, you know, we want to change lives, and we inspire our kids just like the Aretha has always inspired us. And I know that Beverly has a lot more fun stories to share with you. When I first met Beverly,
Yes,
she'll
I'm
tell
totally going to pick her brain.
Aretha, you know, would bring her dear friends and with her to all of her special events, and of course Beverly was always there. So tell some more stories, Bev, because you
yes, I know you have. She's like being all sugarcoating. I'm going to tell you highlight. We want some good stories, Beverly.
all good. Tell us about that.
Crazy parties. I mean, not anything bad, but just fun. You know, a lot of fun.
We had so much fun.
Presidential yacht, Beverly. Tell her the story about presidential yacht when Aretha was able to take over the presidential yacht for a private party.
Spill it.
Well, we had everybody. It was really nice. It was a party. I guess all of her parties to me were just parties, you know, because she did parties for everything. All she had to do was think about somebody she wanted to see, and it was a party, and that's who was going to be the entertainer. You know, she goes, what do you think about this person, or the Tops? What do you think about, you know, all these people she would have at her parties, and it would just be wonderful. But at the concert, we were at a concert in Florida, and I would always stand on the stage, you know, waiting for her to come back off for the, you know, the sound check, not the sound check, but the halfway through she'd come and, you know, relax. And I'm standing there. So she comes in and she goes, did you see that cute guy in the second row? I go, no. She goes, when I go back out there, you go out there and ask him, find out his name and his number. And I did. We talked to him from Florida to Alabama on the bus. We just talked and talked. That was the funniest thing that we had ever, you know, we'd never done anything like that before. But she saw this guy and she thought he was so cute. She go get his number, Beverly. So here I am. I go get the number and we talked to him, and it was so nice, but it never went anywhere. It was just something to do, you know, on the bus. And
that's nice.
We had a great time with that. And we talked about different guys that, you know, your boyfriend, who she liked the most, and her main love was Sam Cooke. That was the
I'm not
love of her life. She loved Sam Cooke.
Oh my God!
And she got busted one time in Sam's room by her father.
Oh,
and what's her name? Mavis Staples got her out of that.
No.
Mavis came and got her out the room before Reverend Franklin could get her. He goes, Aretha, I know you're in there. And she goes, oh, Lord, how am I going to get out of here?
No way.
You know, so nothing happened, but she got busted in his room.
See, wrong side of right always.
But Mavis got her out of that one.
Oh my
Thank
God.
goodness. Yeah.
What a great story. That's how the crew did it. When you hang together, they got your back, y'all. They got your
Oh
back.
yeah, they were all on the road together. You know, the Staple Singers, Reverend Franklin, and Aretha, and Sam. It was the worst time because she was a teenager, you know,
Right.
and she shouldn't have been in his room. She knew that,
Yeah.
but she wanted to be in his
Right.
room, and she went in his room.
How often do you get that chance, people? How often?
I know.
Right, the captain of the football team.
I know. So she had a great time, you know, touring with her father and,
Oh,
you know,
that had
the
to
other
be
entertainers
beautiful.
as a teenager.
Mhm.
She talked about all those things on the bus. We talked about a lot of different things, you know, that she
Mhm.
went through as a kid. And, you know, the bus ride from Detroit to California is a long 3,000 miles.
I did it. It took 3 days.
Yeah, and we're talking and laughing and upset and angry.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
There's all kinds of things you go through during that time.
Right.
But we had a
Especially with
great-
your on. Well, we just on there going to California. But
And
it wasn't like a
trust
gig.
me, it was so hot.
I'm
She
sure.
never, ever wanted the air on, and it was hot going through the desert, but no air. We could not have air.
Wow.
So it was like I would go in the bathroom and just put water on my face and come back out,
Mhm.
you know, because it was really, really
It is a
hot.
vocal thing, and it kind of sucks,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, it does.
but it does work.
Yeah.
Especially when you got performance after performance after performance. That's like the only thing you got to keep the swelling down in your vocal cords. So.
Yeah, well, she
And
definitely
the air
did
would
that.
definitely constrict that, you know, a little bit. And then,
Mhm.
so yeah, I get it.
Now, well, I got used to it after, I think, about 5 years.
Uh-huh.
I went on for the rest of 35, and I handled it very well.
I gotta try it, but I'm like, I have hot flashes, so even, you know.
I don't think she ever had hot flashes.
Oh my
really.
God, I have them so bad. I'm like that, and I
Or if
sweat
she
at
did,
20 degrees.
You wouldn't tell,
Right.
Because it was so hot anyway, so it didn't matter.
So I'm sure if it was no air forever, I'd be like, no, I can't do this. I can't do it.
Yeah, we went to visit her home in Memphis.
Okay.
You know, the home that she grew up in. You know, that was her parents' home.
Mhm.
And you know, we did a lot of things like that. We went to see cotton because I picked and chopped cotton, and she didn't believe it.
Uh-huh.
So she wanted to go to Arkansas to see where I was from.
Right.
And we got out and picked some of the cotton off. And, you know, we had a good time. We had some great times.
How awesome.
And I think about them every day, you know. Every
Mhm.
day I think about something that we did or she said to me. You
Absolutely.
know?
And so you
And
need
she
to
was more like a
document it.
sister
Yeah.
to me than just my friend, you know.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of sister moments.
Yeah, I've heard that just from people that have met her that say that she makes you feel like family.
Family all the time.
So it's so good to hear.
And I'm still real close with her sons. So
yeah, I know Teddy.
Okay.
Just, you know, being an entertainer
And the
in the business.
entertainment,
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. But man, what a beautiful insight to someone who is so decorated, such the deserving legendary status. You know, if anyone pretty deserves it, it is Aretha.
Yeah.
You know, and thank God we didn't pass that over and not recognize it. Thank God that she is known as the Queen of Soul, because every note, every beautiful thing she's done for others just is a testament to that role.
Yeah, and she was very charitable.
Absolutely. So my God. What do you say,
She
Linda?
gave so much to Detroit. You know, in my book, I documented many of the things that she did, you know, for our city, for different organizations, foundations. She was always giving back. And she even answered the phones for the Easter Seals telethon. Can you imagine making a pledge and hearing Aretha Franklin's voice on the other end of the line? But she did things like that because she wanted to help people in Detroit. She did a lot of things privately too at the church. I don't know if Beverly will share that with you, but she was always giving back and did it in a way where no one really knew, but she knew. and she was able to change people's lives because of her heart and generosity.
That's just
Yeah.
fantastic. I can't even just imagine.
Yeah, she did every year. She did a revival at New
Mhm.
Bethel, and she'd have all the top gospel singers. Every year, she would have a big top gospel singer to come in,
Oh.
or 3 or 4 actually, and it would be wonderful. And it would be for the church, a donation for the church.
Mm-hmm.
And she just loved doing it. This was just something she'd always have dinner catered in for everybody. It was just she was just so generous with her time, her money. She was just a generous person.
That's the queendom.
And she
She
And
wears
I've
that
always,
crown
and I was glad
the
as
way you're
Linda.
supposed to.
Yeah, Linda and I were very happy to be a part of the Queen's Court.
yes, part of the court. She also helped the people in Flint during the Flint water crisis.
Mhm.
She just went out of her way to always give back, and people have so many stories about what she did for us here in Detroit. We're all forever grateful, that she was part of us, and that she will always be. And that's why, it's so lovely to be able to be on your show and share these stories. And for us, it just brings us
Appreciate it.
on and warms our hearts, to share who she really is. Because, as you're such a beautiful, devoted fan, and she's inspired you. But hearing these stories about the kind of woman she was, the kind of human being she is just so inspirational.
Oh my gosh, so much
Definitely.
more, so much more. Everything's just going so much deeper now, and it's the things that when I'm looking from a fan perspective, it's the things that you think about. You like, you have these heroes, and you hope that these heroes are everything that you think
Right.
they are, even though you
Mhm.
don't know for sure. But again, to validate all this is just, wow. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty overwhelmed, to say yes, I was right.
I'm still overwhelmed just being her friend.
I,
You don't get over that.
yes,
You
yeah.
don't get over it. It's something you never get over, because until she passed away, I
Mhm.
guess I didn't think how much she meant to me in a different way than just being a fan. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? She meant a whole lot to me that I didn't realize until it was too late.
aw.
Well, you've always realized. You probably weren't able to vocalize it until then, but
Yeah.
that's always been inside. I've always feel that way.
Yeah, she's a special person. And there are things that I wish I had said to her that I did not.
Mhm.
But
She knew, but she knew we were there for her
Mhm.
through everything. But she knew how you felt. Sometimes, just those beautiful actions say more, because you were always there for her, Bev, and for the good times and for the sad times. So with that, it's just, those were the things that, you should feel so special about, because you're the friend that everyone deserves to have, the friend that's always there. And we all hope to have a friend like that.
Amen.
So
Linda,
Amen. I say to that.
and shopping, she always did something. Always. Whenever she
oh,
said, let's go shopping,
Uh-huh.
you always got something.
Aw.
Always. She loved buying things for you.
Oh, how nice.
And
How
Linda is
generous.
like that too.
but Bev, again, I mean, it's, when you think about it, for me, just to be, was able to just document some of the things, but you were there all the time. So, I'm just so fortunate that I was able to experience those times and have you there. And you made it fun for me. I can still see your, when we first met at Mary Young's home, when he hosted a private reception for Aretha, and you were right there with Aretha and her brother Cecil, may he rest in peace, Reverend Cecil Franklin, her sister-in-law, her nieces Sabrina and Crystal, and her beloved sisters Carolyn and Irma. And that was it. And you. So Aretha, when she had her private reception there, and you were there because she loved you and trusted you, adored you, because you loved her for her, not just for being the queen, but you loved her for being just Aretha. And
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
and that's what's so important. For a celebrity like Aretha, I can only imagine, what that must be like, knowing, there are just those few that love you for you.
Right.
And, and that's what it's all about. And that's the kind of friendship they had.
That is so amazing and so beautiful. Wow. I'm pretty blessed, and I'm feeling how blessed you are. It's got,
Oh,
I am.
that's got to be amazing, Miss Beverly. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I just wish she had started flying. Yeah. Really.
imagine all the places you would have been able to go to Europe and all over the world.
I know. I
They
know.
want to, and asked her. But for those of us here in Detroit, we were so lucky that at one point when she was just doing everything here in Detroit, what we experienced and who was able to experience our city just because Aretha had requested that she do the recording here, from James Brown to the Rolling Stones, as we mentioned,
Right.
George Michael, all Whitney Houston, all of the greats that came to Detroit because they were recording here with Aretha.
Isn't that special?
That's right.
And you guys are hearing it right here. You're hearing it, the inside scoop. And why not hear the inside scoop in Detroit?
That's right.
Right here on Hot Flash Happy Hour. Man, we're streaming live on WJZZ Cool TV. You can see us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. We urge you guys to like, comment, and share. And please let somebody subscribe. Let somebody know what's going on, because we've got, as you can see, such an amazing show going on now. And we continue with these shows. We celebrate Detroit, all things Detroit entertainment, and those of us that make the stamp around the globe. And you'll see, and a lot of you over the last 3 years, I've shown you so many folks that are behind the biggest names in entertainment, and they come to Detroit to find those musicians. This is where it starts. This is where you get your bones, and this is where you are called a real musician. So thanks you guys for watching again. We got a few more minutes I want to spend with my guests. I'm Tosha Owens, by the way. And we have Miss Beverly in the house, and we have Miss Linda Solomon in the house. And these are the Queen's Court. I'm talking about Aretha Franklin's Queen's Court right here. As so graciously said before, and I totally, I go with that for sure. Miss Beverly and Linda Solomon. Oh my God. Thank you again, you guys, for coming, for being on the show. What a wonderful interview. What a wonderful insight that we have gotten to someone that millions and millions of people just admire. And just to find out all that beautifulness behind that voice just goes deeper into her soul, and coming out with you guys and these beautiful stories about her. My goodness, thank you. I'm so overwhelmed right now. I'm probably going to cry, but I'm going to wait till I leave. But y'all know me, I'm pretty emotional, so I can do that. But absolutely. One thing I want to ask you, Linda, is when you're photographing her, were you doing for any shoots, or was it something you caught her in action with? And if you did do like photo shoots with her, can you explain who ended up directing? Was the eye behind the camera, or was it the Queen? I gotta know.
Well, interesting. I made a book that I was documenting because I was a columnist for the Detroit News. So I was doing stories for my column, but Aretha never once asked for photo approval. She never once said, Linda, don't take that photo. She trusted me to photograph her in rehearsal where she wasn't wearing makeup. She just knew that I was a caring, sensitive journalist, and she could trust me. And she knew that I respected her family and her friends as much as I respected her. And she watched that and observed that about me, because when I would photograph her, I often would say, Aretha, may I take a photo of you with Beverly? Or Aretha, may I photograph you with Carolyn and Irma? She would always have a big smile on her face, because so often photographers will only photograph the celebrity.
Right.
And aside family and friends. But she knew that I loved her family and her friends, and I gave them the respect that not only I, but the respect they deserved, and I loved them. It was just natural for me to want to capture them, and that's what I think was the enduring quality, that she could see that I loved her family and friends, and featured them as often as I featured her in my column, because loved them. And it was so much fun to be able to be around them at her birthday parties and Christmas parties. And, her birthday is coming up in March. And she would always host a fabulous party for her birthday every year. And there were always celebrities invited that would entertain in her living room, like Peebo Bryson, and right in her living room, and and Sinbad and others. So with that said, you will be forever missed, forever loved, forever respected.
Oh, I think that's amazing. Oh, what a great stories. My goodness, my goodness. So have you thought of any more, Miss Beverly? And what would
well, I lived at the riverfront in the late 80s and early 90s.
Oh, you lived down there when it wasn't cool. Oh, that's right.
So
she's like, I was in it.
Yeah, so I would always, and I was always telling her what was going on downtown. She would call me, "What's up downtown, Miss Beverly?" And I would tell her what was happening. And then I would talk about the riverfront and all the guys that was there, And next thing I knew, she was moving in. She moved in. And there was this really good fireman. He had just broken his ankle or leg or something. I don't know. Something was broke. And he was going down to the marina. And you had to pass Aretha's apartment to go. So she got a good look at him. And she called me. I came down to her apartment and we watched him out the window and da-da-da-da-da. And there ended up being Willie Wilkerson, the guy that she dated.
Oh my God.
Who was a fireman. And they end up dating and having a wonderful, relationship. And it never ended until she passed away.
Isn't that beautiful?
Not that they had a relationship, but they had a friendship after that. And he worked with her as the librarian for her tour. And it was just wonderful. And Willie was a really nice guy. We lost him to COVID 2 years ago. But anyway, that was a really interesting time of our lives when we lived at Riverfront together. Because if a cute guy passed her apartment, she'd go, "Come down here, you got to see this." And we would have so much fun because that's how she, how she was. She liked having fun. And we did a lot of things together.
So now this was back in the 80s when you guys were hanging out down there?
80s and 90s, that late 80s and 90s.
Okay, so this is around 90, the time
96.
She was ready to do, or she did the pink Cadillac.
Oh yeah, when we did that at Doug's Body Shop.
Oh, on Woodward. Oh, I had my prom dinner there.
Well, that's where we did. That's where I had the dress pinned up in the back. That was at Doug's Body Shop. And it was really, really nice. And we did the Jumping Jack Flash over at Don Davis United Sound.
Yeah,
that's where we did that with the
love these historic places.
Ron Woods and all them. Those guys were so wild. I had never been in a group of wilder people than that group there. That was the wildest.
About her outfit, because I was able to, in my book, you'll see that when I was photographing her for Jumping Jack Flash, and Bev picked out her outfit. But Aretha had said to me, "Linda, make sure you arrive at a certain time." And I was there early.
She's gonna turn to the page. You keep talking, Linda.
She got out of the limousine. I couldn't believe it because it was a total transformation. Now remember, the Queen of Soul was elegant, regal, and then all of a sudden you've got the punker. She's got the purple tail and and Bev is the one that selected that wild outfit for her, and she loved it.
I know. She looked great in it too. She looked like she just owned it when she put it on. Here we go.
And the pictures go all the way.
This is the one we're talking about, y'all. If you can see. Hold it up. I got to do it the other way. I can do opposites. Yes, y'all remember that pink Cadillac video?
That was down.
And I loved it.
Flash.
Jumping Jack Flash with that. Oh my God. And that was and it was cool because I think Patti LaBelle was doing the spiky thing too at the same time.
Yeah, that was
and look at Ronnie Wood. Oh my God.
That was a great day.
Yes.
We had a wonderful time.
And she looked like she was just owning it.
Oh, she was owning it all right. And then that was Whoopi. She did it with me. It was Whoopi, myself, and Margaret branch, one of her background
Oh,
singers.
our-
It was
Oh,
always
nice.
just one background singer and me.
That's all
They-
right.
Thank goodness they didn't have to sing, or they would be in trouble.
Wow, and that's so funny. As I know I play the Autorama every year, and I play with a band that backs the Blues Brothers tribute
Oh,
band.
okay.
So we intertwine sometimes, and then I'll end up doing her song from the Blues Brothers,
Okay.
and then I'll put the nun suit on, and they will do the skit where she's beating both Jake and Owen.
Okay.
So it totally reminds me of her. Every time we do that, I think about her when we do that. And then I start out, with your full fried chickens and your dry white toast.
Which is you do the whole thing.
Yeah, from the Blues Brothers. It's so
Mhm.
awesome. So even just to even be that little bit of part, it's just very special.
Yeah, Rita was a special person.
Yeah.
I'll never forget her. I got so many things in my house that remind me of her.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing we talked about when she was ill was going to Paris.
Oh, how nice.
And I have this huge picture that she gave me. That's a picture of the Eiffel Tower,
Mm.
and it's gold. It's beautiful, and she had just bought it, but I guess she knew in her heart she wasn't going to be here much longer. So she told me I could keep it. She said, "Remember, you're going to Paris."
Oh, that's so awesome.
Even though I've already been to Paris before, but I wanted to go with her,
Mhm.
and we was hoping that she got well enough to go, but it didn't happen.
Oh, how beautiful is that, though?
But every time I look at that picture, every time I walk in my door, that's the first thing I see is that picture, and it just brings back all the memories and our conversation, our last conversation about traveling.
So, would you go to Paris in honor?
Oh, I would, and I got a lock. I want to put this lock on the wall.
no, yes!
Just one for her and one for me. I can't wait to do that, and I will do it.
Oh, that's so special.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock it in right then.
All right, you said it right here on live TV. We're gonna lock it in, so we're gonna follow up with that too.
All right.
And who knows? Maybe I'll be on tour then. It might be in Paris.
I know. I hope so.
That would be amazing.
It would be.
Absolutely, that would be so amazing.
And
Look
thank
at
you
this.
so much, Tasha, for having
Oh,
us.
are
We
you
really
kidding?
appreciate you.
It is
But
absolutely
at
my
least
pleasure.
letting us talk about our friend and letting people
Yeah.
know just how much we miss her.
Absolutely, and just
Thank
let
you,
everybody know
thank
that
you,
beautiful
thank you.
side of her too. I think I've done the world a great service.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna make sure everybody gets that and goes with it. Now, Beverly, are you doing any writings? Are you putting up anything memoirs out? Or
No,
should you
not
be
yet.
talking to a ghostwriter to get this?
No, everybody wants me to, but I think about Aretha and I think about certain things that I know she wouldn't want
right.
me to say, and she said it to me in confidence, and I'm going to keep it in confidence.
Absolutely.
And that's the best I can do.
Okay.
I'm sure I would love to do a book and make millions, but
Oh well, yeah, I'm sure.
our friendship means more to me. All the opportunities that she gave me, I could never have given it to myself.
Isn't that amazing?
So I don't want to spoil that image
Yeah.
of our relationship.
To even know somebody.
Mhm. Because you never know what somebody's going to
Conscious
say.
caliber is just amazing.
Somebody will say something that I didn't say for the book, and
Right.
I'm just not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even take myself there.
Well, I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that.
But if I do, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I would have done it by now if I were gonna do it.
So, are you into social media? Are you into anything like that? Do you have a book of faces? And
Well, I'm on only Facebook. I'm not tech savvy at all. At all.
I don't like it. I am, but I don't like it.
I don't know how to do it.
I
I was
need
a
a
flight
10-year-old.
attendant, and then I worked with Aretha, and I didn't have to use computers for either one.
Right.
So I was fine. And now that's all you have to use, I'm in trouble.
Mhm.
I'm really in trouble now. But I'm trying.
Well,
Oh,
but Bev is staying modest because many people are asking Bev to be a consultant and a coach that want to be like Aretha, and Bev has been able to guide a lot of people in sharing stage presence and wardrobe and all sorts of wonderful things that only someone as close as Bev can share with, wonderful singers that want to have those special qualities. And Bev has been just a guiding light for these young singers.
That's awesome.
And
How
I
about
want-
old singers, Bev? Can you take another?
Yeah.
I just love the business.
Right.
I've been in it with her and with the best, and it's just something that I like to do. And
Right.
I have a friend who's Linda's friend, Charity. I don't know if you know her. She was just at the Motor City, and she does
I
a
do
tribute.
know who she is.
She does
Yes.
a tribute to Aretha, and I worked with her a little.
Okay.
But I'm not the kind of person that want to do that
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
It's just something that I do because I like it.
Right.
And it was a part of my life for 40 years.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, I get people that ask me, "Do you do vocal coaching?" I go, "Well, I'm not a professional, but I can,
mhm.
definitely guide you in the right way." So I like inadvertently became a vocal
Yeah,
coach.
and I like doing that. That would be something that would be wonderful to do.
Well, you know what? I'd like to talk off camera about. I do have an organization. I was telling Linda about it. It's called the Michigan Association of Music Artists, and part of my goal and dream with this organization, another nonprofit, is to have a place that people can come to for vocal coach lessons and things like that. So, being a musician, I have a program also where I'm already getting used instruments to give, and we're going to adopt a school really soon where we can,
wow.
yeah. So I have all these things in mind, and those are different branches of it. So I'd love to be able to call on you
Oh, I'd
and,
love
and
to
have
be
that
able to help in
conversation.
any
Would that
way
be
I
okay?
can. That would be
Yes.
wonderful.
Look at this. Look
And-
at Aretha doing her work. Putting it
Yeah,
on.
well,
My email address is missbevconcierge@yahoo.com.
All right. Absolutely. Miss Bev Concierge at yahoo.com. So even if you know of anyone who needs some kind of assistance or direction, or even if she can direct you, guide you where to go, or
That's
direct you or guide you what you need. So we want to say absolutely thank you to that. And I also want to say, I'm looking at my clock. Yeah, I got a couple minutes. Linda, Miss Linda, what's next on? Do you have another tour that's coming up for your book, or what is your next projects that we want to keep up with?
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm working on Pictures of Hope with the children. And always to be able to share our stories about and my book, The Queen Next Door, with Bev and with you is just an honor. So thank you, and thank you for having us today. And again, what Bev is doing as a consultant, as a coach, it's all about the celebration of the greatest people that we will ever know. And it's just, we've got to continue to celebrate her legacy, to celebrate her.
Absolutely.
And if we can do it by sharing tips, by sharing who she is, like today, that always, be a blessing for all of us. So thank you.
When we do, we want to thank you. We got to get out of here. We got another show coming up, and it's had so much fun. So thank you guys for watching Hot Flash Happy Hour. We'll see you next week when we got Bluesman Sugar Ray Rayford on. So yay. Have a good weekend.
Bye. Thank you.